Hi everyone, welcome to the Art of Gracious Living. Today we're going to be looking at two of my favorite overlooked, underappreciated, but extremely high quality trouser companies from Europe. These are both companies that you could get tremendous bargains on some of the finest men's pants that are made in the world today. I'm going to start right off with my favorite of all, Incotex. Incotex was founded in 1951 in Venice, Italy. It was a small workshop. They specialized in work trousers and military uniforms, so they have an absolutely definite heritage workwear pedigree. They built a reputation for durability, and in the 60s they shifted to consumer clothing. They helped pioneer the idea of smart casual, and in the 70s and 90s they expanded and refined their approach to manufacturing men's trousers. They experimented with a variety of advanced fabrics, experimental dyes, and their fit patterns were absolutely perfected into probably the best fit of any trousers in the world today. By the 90s, they were widely regarded as the best trouser maker in the world. And that's a pretty bold statement, but it's really no exaggeration. In the early 90s, they consolidated a variety of brands, companies that they'd picked up over the years, and they put them all together under a holding company called Slowwear, Slowwear. Slowwear, and it was also the philosophy of the company that was a focus on slow fashion, sort of like the slow food movement, but slow fashion. They focused on durability, craftsmanship, and a long view of the fashion market as opposed to the quick fashion that has become so predominant today and frankly is being rejected by most discerning consumers. Some of the fabrics that you're going to see described in listings for the pants are Ice Gab, Royal Batavia, and Chino Lino. Chino Lino obviously is a heavier chino type fabric. Ice Gab is what these pants are, and it's a great summer weight. So for summertime, you want to look for Ice Gab. It's cotton, but it's extremely finely woven twill, very, very fine fabric, and very, very light. These pants, these are a pair of khakis that I have. They are incredibly versatile for summer. Here, there's the Ice Gab label that you can take a look at. Um, get that label out so you can see it. Designed and manufactured in Incotex factories and made in Portugal. So you're going to find that these are all European made and with a variety of handwork on them. The quality really is exquisite. I think they're the finest pants in the world. And as you can see, there's some handwork right along here. That's all hand stitched. Let's take a look at some more of it. These are actually just, this is an extra button. This is a button to go here. And as you can see, it attaches like that, as well as, so it attaches with two buttons and a clasp with an extra button. These are really designed in a traditional chino way with a little, I guess it would have been originally for a pocket watch. And again, more handwork along the pocket, beautifully tailored pockets, front and back. And this is a trademark that you can see. It's got a split waistband in the back. They're also fully tailorable. As you can see, there's plenty of fabric there to allow a tailor to take it out up to a half an inch. Really the ultimate summer khaki. This particular pair that I have are cuffed with an appropriate 1¼ inch cuff. And the cut is fairly trim. Although it's certainly not a skinny pant at all. It's really a perfect, perfect cut. Another Incotex trademark is this little flap here, which causes no end of confusion. It is actually a little loop that you put around the prong of your belt, and that keeps your belt centered precisely on the pants, no shifting left and right. The only disadvantage of these ice gab pants is that they are dry clean only. And you'll find that a lot of Incotex pants are dry clean only. I think there comes a point in a man's life when he has to accept the fact that if he's going to dress extremely well, he needs to be acquainted with a high quality laundry that will properly dry clean his clothes. I suggest that people come to terms with the fact that some fine garments just need to be dry cleaned. And the look that comes from a pair of dry cleaned trousers is unmistakable and a very sophisticated and desirable look. So don't be afraid of dry clean only clothing. Embrace it and wear your pants, 3, 4 times before you do it. You're going to have a wide variety of pants in your wardrobe. You can definitely wear a pair of pants without laundering them 4 or 5 times. That's about my approach to it, and I recommend it for you too. So it's really not such an outrageous expense, but it is necessary if you want to wear really the finer clothes that are out there. Next, I want to introduce you to another real sleeper of a brand, almost unknown in the United States, but they are available, particularly on various platforms such as eBay or Poshmark. They're beginning to be better and better known in the United States, but they also are a European brand, except this time it's a German brand, and it is Hiltl. And Hiltl is a pants company that is completely made in Germany. They were founded in 1955, again, another post-war success story in the garment industry. Master tailor Fritz Hiltl and his wife Hedwig started the company really from scratch with no financial backing at all. And in the early years, they just handmade trousers, 20 pair a day. But their philosophy from the very beginning was not the most trousers, the best. And the first collection was shown in 1958 at Cologne Men's Fashion Show. They became very quickly popular because of the very, very high quality of the tailoring. They grew. 1994, the founder passed away. His wife took over, who continued to expand the brand. And in the 2000s, they began to break into the American market. Again, they have, like Incotex, very high aspirations. They branded themselves as the ultimate pair of trousers. And again, the quality is absolutely outstanding. These things are beautifully, beautifully made and are a pleasure to wear at any time. They have never been a high volume brand. They've always really stuck to a quality first approach. They had their 50th anniversary in 2005, and then by 2015, they were shipping 500,000 trousers a year to more than 40 companies and had really established themselves as a global premium band, but really not in the U.S. They had trouble during COVID. They faced insolvency. A lot of German companies went that way. Laco, German watch company, and various others all had to go seek financing and lost some control over their company. But in the case of Hiltl, it really turned out to be a blessing because they were rescued by a new investor, Loria AG, and they opened a new high-tech cutting center in Germany, where they blended sort of a use of their vintage tailoring machine with modern computer-guided production. And what that almost always means is the fabrics are cut using computer-assisted cutting equipment. So the pieces are no longer cut by hand, but the tailoring itself is done with a lot of handwork and using traditional machinery. So this is a major comeback for the company, and I think you're going to hear more and more about Hiltl in the future. But because of the fact that they are almost unknown in the United States, these pants go for absolute bargains. I mean, it is a shockingly, shockingly cheap opportunity for you to get some of the finest clothing, certainly the finest German pants maker products for an absolute bargain, less than $40 for $350 to $400 pants. Again, just a shocking deal. German precision tailoring. I mean, just the buttonhole you can see, the key-shaped buttonhole, beautiful. The zipper is just gorgeous. YKK. And very functional. These are a pair of straight twill. As you can see, the twill runs absolutely straight up and down. It's not a left-hand twill like you see on chinos. Typically chinos would put this at a bias, but these are straight up and down. It's a rather pronounced. It almost has the look of a very, very, very worn, flat corduroy. Flat button pockets, branded buttons. A loop to hang it. And again, two-part fastening system with two buttons. These just have a great vintage look. They look like just a pair of trousers that, has been worn and worn, but are still in perfect shape. This is from their sports brand, or their sports line. As you can see, Hiltl Sports. I like to wear it with a braided belt. It's a great look. And these are cut a little fuller than the Incotex. The Incotex are going to have, as I've said, they take great pride in their fit, and they are very up to date with their fits. They're a little more tailored looking. These are a traditional high-rise men's trouser, but these are fully machine washable, and so that's a great advantage to these. You can get machine washable Incotex as well, but it depends on the line. Incotex makes a line of jeans. They make a line of 5-pocket pants similar to jeans in all sorts of different fabrics. So you can get both of these in a completely machine washable version. So I highly recommend you look for these Hiltl pants on eBay, Poshmark, and the other resale sites. They are just exquisite trousers, especially if you like a slightly more traditional cut and a higher rise. They look great, they feel great, and you'll feel great wearing them.